The comedian Jerry Seinfeld often jokes about morning guy and night guy. Night guy stays up late, binge watches TV, and eats all the peanut butter cookies. Morning guy wakes up late for work, all groggy, and yells out, "I hate night guy!" Still, there's nothing morning guy can do to change night guy's decision. But what if morning guy could have a talk with night guy? In other words, what if you could have a conversation with your future self? From late night TV shows to peanut butter cookies, night guy always wins the battle, leaving morning guy to clean up the mess. Here's the good news. There is a science-based experiment to help you connect your present self with your future self. Until recently, the closest technology could get you was an AI progression tool where you could visualize what your future self looks like. And this in itself is known to have improved people's long-term decisions such as savings for their retirement. But now, artificial intelligence has made the impossible possible. Let me tell you how I met my future self and how you can meet your future self too. A professor of behavioral decision-making, Hal Hershfield, has conducted numerous experiments on the future self for over a decade. Hal's work has revealed that by strengthening the bond between the present self and the future self, you can radically improve decision-making. His latest research with over 6,000 American participants has revealed that people tend to make better decisions for their long-term financial well-being when the gap between their present and future self is closed. And that's just the start of it. A research team at MIT, along with a lab in Thailand, and Hal Hershfield as a collaborator, created a website that enables users to have online text-based conversations with an AI-generated simulation of their future self. Here are two key results from the study. 1. Reduction in anxiety levels. Participants in the Future You condition had reported a decrease in anxiety levels and a reduction in overall negative emotions. Second result, enhanced future self continuity. Feelings of similarity and vividness of the future self increased significantly. In short, people were more connected with their future self and overall feelings of anxiety had declined. Now, I couldn't resist after reading the study. I had to conduct my own future self experiment. So I logged on to MIT Future You. That's futureu.media.mit.edu. I scroll down, hit get started, start chat. Now I was prompted to answer a few questions about my past self. Questions such as, who are the most important people in your life, or people you think you will interact frequently with in the future? What is one thing you're proud of? I put down my book launch of Money Mindsets, celebrating that moment with friends and colleagues. That was a significant high and a high point for me. Describe a significant low point in your life. It was a challenging one for me to put through, to feel those feelings again, but I did it. Describe a turning point in your life. This must be when I left corporate 9-to-5 life and decided to work on my own terms, to spend time in my healing journey, to learn some well-being practices, and mostly to, I think the biggest change which I've made that I'm proud of is making space or cultivating space for relationships to develop in my life. Okay, next bunch of questions. Think about the future. What is a challenge you would like to overcome? What is a life project you are currently working on or plan to work on in the future? That's a good question. I like a good life project. Now, try to imagine yourself when you are 60 years old. Describe your ideal professional lifestyle. That's not very different from what I'm doing today. I enjoy behavioral science research and writing. I'll put that down. Describe your ideal financial situation. Now, I don't feel like I need a change in financial situation, or I'm wanting more money or less money, but I want to feel less anxious about my day-to-day expenses. I think that feeling of anxiety is something that I want to address. Where do you hope to live when you are 60 years old? Right here in Aotearoa, New Zealand? What would your daily life look like? I hope when I'm 60 years old, my daily life looks quite similar to my life today. I get to go to the beach, surf occasionally, spend time writing. More of what I'm already doing. Okay, so next I have to take a picture. And boom, it's generating my AI generated future self. Now, I was a little gutted, to be honest, when I first saw my 60-year-old future self. My 60-year-old future self looked weary, looked tired of life. And in fact, that's the first question I asked my future self. Why do you look so worn out? Like, haven't I taken good care of you? My future self responded with some kind of patronizing comment about it not being about looks and yada yada. Once I was able to push that aside, I was able to ask some of the real questions that I wanted to ask. How do I navigate the uncertainty of running a small business? What should I do more of, or what should I do less of? I've made videos addressing these last two questions. I found it incredibly useful to have this conversation with my future self. The biggest insight that I had got was to be more confident in who I am and to trust in the process. That's a message that resonated with me and I was ready to receive.